So welcome back to this series that I'm doing at the moment called Beyond the Label. So this podcast is going to take you behind the product, the people, and also the principles that shape how we build business in today's modern world. I'm your host, Dr. Lisa Gordon, and I'm the founder of ICMA Business Solutions. And I am a passionate believer that what we do behind the scenes matters just as much as what you see on the surface. So today's episode is deeply, deeply personal to me because over the years I've come to realize something, that crisis doesn't just test your business, it reveals it. It reveals the cracks, it reveals the values, the systems, the lack of systems, and more important than anything else, it reveals who you are as a person. It reveals the people that you surround yourself with and who they are. So this episode is called Built to Withstand because we're still building. What's holding us up isn't just the strategy, it's the people. So when I first started ICMA Business Solutions, there were no teams, there was no investors, there was no fancy setups. It was just an idea, some courage, and a lot of faith. Yes, I knew I wanted to build something different, to trade ethically, and to also source responsibly, to empower, not just to exploit. But I didn't have a clear plan, and I didn't have that many mentors in the room, so I had to figure most things out on the job. And like many founders, I hit moments, and I hit that moment when the numbers, it didn't work, when the sales team that I had trusted wasn't performing, and when the invoices were coming in and I couldn't pay. And most importantly, I couldn't pay the staff. So it felt like the ground was just swallowing me up. And I just remembered asking, is this it? Do I stop here or do I walk away? But something in me said, no, just don't walk. I'm going to have to build through it. Yeah. So my first sales team that I had put together, it was in that moment I did what I rarely did in the early days. I had to reach out to people, not to pitch, not to prove anything, just to be honest. And that was where the shift happened for me. And it happened almost immediately. People in my network started to show up. Some offered me connections, others offered me leads. Just a few reminded me of who I am and what I was carrying. And that was when I learned the lesson I now live by. It's not products, it's not the platform, it's the people. The network matters, the support system matters, and when the business model fails you, relationships are you. And all I can say in this is that any founder that's listening, build your circle before you need it. Because a crisis isn't the moment. And it is really not the time to find those people to help you. It's time to lean in on those people. So from day one of the best decisions I've ever made was, before I even realized it, was how important it was to only partner with seasoned suppliers. From day one, I worked with people who understood logistics, who could move when things got a bit tight, who had been through what I've already been through and all other storms before, right? These people, they weren't the cheapest suppliers, but they were the ones that I could trust. Because when sales weren't coming in and when the finances were really, really tight, I needed orders to still go out. And I still needed to show up for customers, for clients, for also my team. And it was those seasoned suppliers who made sure that we could continue to go forward. And they've become like the backbone of my business. And if you're in the early stages, or even if you're scaling up, please, remember, don't just partner with people who are convenient. Partner with people who make you feel safe. That decision has saved my reputation more than once. And what I really did need to learn to do was to forgive myself and forgive others. knowing that I made the very, very best decision that I could at the time, yeah, with the knowledge and the experience and everything that I had. Those are the decisions I made. So I had to forgive that old part of myself. Now, would I make those decisions again? No, I wouldn't. Yeah, but at the time, I was just making this. So I had to forgive myself and I had to forgive others. And I had to also take 100% responsibility, ownership, that every decision that I'd made up until that had led me to this point, right? I couldn't say, well, I really trusted that they were going to pull out the sales because they were telling me, no, you should have gone by your gut and sacked them at that time, not waited until everything crumbled and then, right? So those decisions I'm going to make today. But at the time, I had to forgive that version of myself and be like, yo, at that time, I made the very best decisions that I could with the knowledge and the experience that I had at the time. And I had to let it go. And then every single day, I've had to do the same. Like even every single level that I've managed to scrape up to, I've just made the decisions based on the knowledge and the information that I have at the time. And the next level of stuff, it will be the same again. So that's one thing I had to forgive. Really, I had to forgive myself because I am very hard on myself. But also take 100% accountability to learn that every single decision that you make has led you to this point. 100% accountability. Everything that's my fault, everything. 100. So the crisis it doesn't make you, it reveals who you are. It shows you what is missing and it shows you what's real. And if you're paying attention, it will show you what needs to go. For me, crisis revealed what I wasn't building alone. And even though at times I thought that it was me, it also reminded me the values of relationships more than revenue. So to be open about my struggles, not be ashamed of it, and keep partnering with people who share my vision, not just my ambition. So if you're in your storm right now, here's what I want you to really hear. You don't have to know everything. Just take day by day by day. If you don't have the answers on that day, the answer will show up eventually. You don't have to be perfect, yeah? And it doesn't have to be done perfectly, it just has to be done professionally, yeah? You don't need you need people to be around you that stretch you, people that see you, and people that are not afraid to go through the hard times with you. And the storms are going to come, yeah? So the question that you need to ask yourselves, when the storm comes, what is going to hold you up? Is it going to be strategy, or is it going to be the system? Or is it going to be the support system that you've built? Because the buildings fall down when the foundations are wrong. And when it's right and when it's built on truth, trust, and tested relationships, you're not only going to withstand the storm, you're going to grow through it. So thank you for tuning into Beyond the Label. If this episode has resonated with you, like and share with your fellow founders or tag me with your thoughts. And don't forget to download the Ethical Sourcing Kit, right? It's free and it's in the show notes. It's not about what you know, it's about the questions and it's about asking the right questions. So until next time, I'm Dr. Lisa Gordon. Let's keep building together.